You ever just stop and think about that moment? You click buy now, and then what? It feels like magic, right? Well, an entire hidden world just exploded into action. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain and follow one single package on its absolutely incredible journey from that click to your door.
So there it is. You found the perfect thing, you put in your info, and bam, you hit the button. That click, though, it's not the end. Not even close. It's actually the starting gun for this super complex and fascinating race against the clock. Before a single box even gets touched, before a truck engine even turns over, this invisible system of planning and control just kicks right into gear. This is the world of logistics, and it's basically the brain behind the whole operation. Now, have a look at this definition. What's so interesting here are the words they use. See how it's not just about moving stuff? It's about planning, implementing, and controlling, and critically, managing information. Logistics is really the strategic glue that makes sure everything, and I mean everything, happens exactly as it should. So, what's the goal of all this? Well, everyone in logistics is chasing what they call the 7 rights. It's like their holy grail. Getting the right product to the right customer at the right time, in the right condition, you get the idea. Nailing all 7 of these for every single order, that is the ultimate prize. But man, is it a challenge.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. This is the core problem in logistics. You want it there super fast? Great, you've got the right time, but you can probably kiss the right cost goodbye. Want to save some cash by shipping a huge amount at once? Awesome for your costs, but it might mess up the right quantity for that one specific customer. It's this constant, high-stakes balancing act.
Okay, so the plan is locked in. The first physical place our order is going to go is a warehouse, or more likely these days, a massive distribution center. This is where your digital click finally starts to become a real physical thing. So inside that building, these are the 4 key steps to get your package out the door. Now, which one of these do you think is the most time-consuming, the most labor-intensive part of the whole process? It's number 1, order picking. Seriously, people can spend more than half their time just walking up and down the aisles. So, how on earth do you speed that up?
Well, the secret is this really clever strategy called slotting. Basically, companies figure out their best-selling products, their A items. You know, the 20% of items that make up 80% of sales? They take those and put them in what they call the golden zone, right next to where all the packing and shipping happens. By just slashing the travel time for the most popular stuff, the whole warehouse gets way more efficient. All right, our package is boxed up, it's on a truck, and it's on its way. But what if it needs to cross a border? Well, that's when you enter a whole new level of complexity. We're talking customs, regulations, and a crucial paper trail that basically acts as your package's passport. This whole global shipping thing is so complicated that most companies don't even try to do it themselves. They hire an expert called a freight forwarder. The best way to think of them is like a travel agent, but for your stuff. They don't own the planes or the ships, but they're the experts who book the space, handle all that crazy paperwork, and make sure your package actually gets through customs. And here's a peek at some of that critical paperwork. You've got the commercial invoice, which tells customs what's in the box and how much it's worth. The packing list gives all the nitty-gritty details. But the 2 most important documents really depend on how it's traveling, by sea or by air. And they have one huge, crucial difference between them.
And here it is. This is the one you got to remember. The bill of lading for stuff going on a ship is a document of title. It's like the deed to your house. Whoever physically holds that original document literally owns the cargo. But an airway bill for a plane? Nope, it's just a receipt, a contract. That legal difference is a massive deal in international trade.
So, we've been following the package's journey, but let's just zoom out for a second. Who's actually managing all this? Is it the company you bought from? Or somebody else? And that brings us to a huge strategic question in the business world.
Every single company that sells a product has to face this fundamental choice. Do we build our own network, our own warehouses, our own trucks, our own army of experts? Or do we just buy that service from a company that already does it? It's that classic build versus buy dilemma, and the answer really shapes a company's entire operation.
Now, for the companies that choose to buy, they usually go with either a 3PL or a 4PL. A 3PL, a third-party logistics provider, is the doer. They're the ones with the physical stuff, the trucks, the warehouses. They execute the plan. A 4PL is different. Think of them more like a consultant or a general contractor. They don't own the trucks. They're the strategic integrator who manages the whole process, often by hiring and coordinating a bunch of different 3PLs to get the job done right. So look, no matter who is running the show, it all comes down to one thing: delivering on the promise that was made to you, the customer, when you clicked that buy button. And in logistics, there's an old saying: you manage what you measure.
So the first big metric, or KPI, is on-time delivery. It's simple. Did the package show up when they said it would? This is the absolute bedrock of reliability, and it's so important for building customer trust. Hitting 99% or higher is pretty much the standard these days.
And the second one, which is just as important, is delivery in full. This asks, did the customer get exactly what they ordered? You know, the right stuff, the right number of things, nothing missing, nothing broken. Because let's be honest, getting a package on time means absolutely nothing if the order itself is wrong.
We've followed the package all the way to your front door. But in today's world of online shopping, the story doesn't always end there, does it? So what happens when you open the box and decide you want to send it back? Well, this is called reverse logistics. It's the entire process of getting products back from the customer and then figuring out what to do with them. Are we going to restock it, repair it, refurbish it, or maybe just recycle it? It is literally the entire supply chain just running in reverse. And here's the bottom line on this. For decades, companies saw returns as just a pain, a cost they had to deal with. But today, the smartest companies see it as a huge competitive advantage. A super easy, totally hassle-free return process is one of the best tools a company has for building loyalty and making you trust them.
So there you have it. From a single click of a mouse to this incredibly complex global dance of trucks and ships and warehouses and data, the journey is complete. And it kind of leaves us with one big question to think about. In this world where we expect instant delivery and free returns, what's the true cost of all this amazing convenience?